night was skit night. It was fun watching the skits, and the weather was great. Towards the end, we could see a storm in the distance, and the winds really started to pick up.
We were tired, but we were having a great time that night watching the skits. I remember seeing this little storm off in the distance, and I even snuck away from the group to get this amazing picture of the sunset and the storm.
We were on the final skit of the night, and it started to get very dark, and the winds increased in speed and started picking up. Some of the older boys and leaders started to leave to take care of the tents. The winds continued to increase, and finally, Sister Miller stopped the skits and told everybody to run and secure the tents.
Somehow, I was able to get the radar to pull up enough, and I knew we were in trouble. A big storm was headed our way, and we were right in the center of it. I ran to as many tents as I could get to before the storm started to tell the kids to lay down on the ground and get together and pray.
A few of us ran from tent to tent with lightning flashing all around us and hail pelting our bodies to help kids get out of tents that had been broken or were collapsing due to the weight of the hail or the damage from the storm. It wasn't until the next day that I found several bruises from the hail had bruised my body all over the place.
The young women in our tent huddled in the middle and were praying when one of the bars broke and the tent collapsed on top of us. We tried our best to hold it up when Brother McIntosh came and led us through the terrifying storm to the enclosed trailer.
I remember standing there thinking the ground felt weird and I could hear water coming in our tent. I shined the light on the tent floor and could see the water was slowly seeping in.
So all day long we discussed the heroism of the rescuers that were at the Sixth Crossing, and I looked up in the peak of the storm and just saw a row of several pickups just slowly descending from the hill. But help was coming, and the missionaries were our heroes coming to our rescue that night.
The missionaries opened up the visitor center to get us out of the cold and sleep that night. The boys upstairs in the theater and the girls were downstairs on the floor. I slept really good that night.
Sister Hunt took me in, helped me take care of my bloody nose, and gave me a nice place to sleep.
A few of us were able to sleep in camp that night with a few dry things. I remember waking up just before the sun came up. I opened the door to the most beautiful warm sunrise. It was weird to think the storm that was on us 8 hours earlier had brought so much rain, and I was surprised to see how much of the water had receded during the night.
Thanks, missionaries, for helping us that night.
Thank you, missionaries. Thank you, rescuers.
And a thank you to the missionaries, especially Elder and Sister Hunt.
Thank you. You came to our rescue that night.
A special thank you to all the missionaries for rescuing us from our lake campsite. We could not have made it through the night without all of their care, making sure we were safe and dry, providing extra blankets, and even getting clothes from their trailer.